Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me for the fourth, is it the fourth show? I think it's the fourth show today. Here at Highlight Crafts Live Shopping, I have got candle making for you, which is really exciting. Stephanie shared with you some of our fabulous brand new candle molds on yesterday's show, and I'm going to be sharing them with you today because they were absolutely flying. Christmas molds are absolutely gorgeous. I love them to bits. They are honestly so cute. I mean, look at how wonderful these are. We've got snowmen, we've got reindeers, we've got baubles, we've got stockings, we've got baby snowmen. There's all sorts going on this show. They are absolutely exquisite. Now, I'm a sucker for Christmas, obviously. I mean, I've got Amanda on camera, so it's Mr. and Mrs. Claus right now in here. And Amber's in the corner thinking, Christmas is December, guys. But we do Christmas all year round. Of course we do, we're crafters. But Christmas candles, there's something different about them. It's that wonderful peace and serenity, the enjoyment, that wonderful amber soft glow of an evening when all the twinkly lights are on the tree or maybe they're wrapped around the fireplace. And then you've got these little candles just glistening and shining in the distance. And I think sometimes that's all it needs. It just needs that little sparkle. Well, you can create it here for such a great price on our shows. And then you can pass it on to maybe somebody else or even make and sell with all of what we've got for you, which I absolutely love the aspect of. Right, before we go into our wax, our molds, our dyes, our melting pot, or even our paints, which are on an incredible price for you today, the candle paints, I'm going to share with you how to shop with us here at Highlight Crafts because it's so easy to get done and it's so easy to get involved. We are streaming live on Facebook and also on Instagram, and there are two social media live shoppable platforms. Now, if you're joining us on either of those, all you need to do is in the comments section is type in the codes that I share with you. So you can see on your screen right now the code SHOPMELT. That will, when typing that into the comments, automatically add that product into your basket. As soon as that item's added into your basket, you will receive a direct message from us at Highlight Crafts, and you'll see that pop up on your inbox. So we'd slide it into your DMs, which is direct messages. And then what will happen is there'll be a link inside there. Now, all you need to do is click on the link that we have sent you. Now, you can do this during or after the show. And basically, as soon as you've clicked on that link, it will redirect you straight on over to the Highlight Crafts website. And when you get to the Highlight Crafts website, you'll not only see your basket built up with all of the other items that you've shopped ahead for during the show, but you'll also see all the other items on our website. And you can, at that point, add those to your basket as well if you want to. Maybe there's something you want to pop with your candle making, and you're going to add it to your basket at that point. Well, also, something I need to share with you is that when you've got to that stage and you're at the website, make sure to log into your Highlight Crafts account, because logging into your Highlight Crafts account is really important because you're not only going to get free postage when you spend £35 and over after your discounts, you're also going to get discounts every time you're logged in and checking out. Also, on top of that as well for you, you're going to build up points along the way. Now, those points turn into pounds, and those pounds come off future products that you purchase along the way being a Highlight Crafts Club member. If you've not got one of those accounts already, just set one up. It's free, quick, easy and simple to do. Anybody can have one. Anyone can create one. And when you've got one, you've got all the benefits to look forward to. There is actually plenty more benefits as well. Far too many to mention during the show, but you've got all of that to look forward to being a member. You can shop ahead on the website too as well. You'll see all of the items down the side of your screen. You can drop and drag those into your basket, add them as we go ahead. And you can also add items to your basket that we've not even talked about yet. So things that are towards the end of the counter, you can shop ahead for them so they don't sell out and they don't, of course, go missing before you get to them. We are also streaming live on YouTube, which is very exciting. You can sit back, relax, watch us on your televisions if you want to, or you can, of course, stream us on whatever device you've got that has YouTube on it. So with all of that said and done, that's how you shop, check out and place your orders. But you might want to know what to actually be able to get in this show. So let's start, shall we? So at the top of the show, I'm going to share with you the actual wax itself. Now, the wax, it comes to you as a bundle with this particular tray. I'm going to talk to you about this at demo later on because there's so many key advantages of this. But your soy wax, it comes to you in a 500 gram bag, okay? It's incredibly soft, it's water soluble, it's really easy to craft with, it burns and melts at a much, much lower temperature. It melts at about 45 degrees, okay? Now, you can use this in the melting pots provided. It's the easiest and safest way to craft with it, but also as well, it's got a cream base to it. So when adding pigments or dyes, it gives a beautiful soft colour. Now, with this, you're also going to get the tray. Now, this here is your wax melt creator. It's also food safe, so you wanted to keep this separate from your wax creations. You could use it as an ice cube tray or a chocolate creator kit, anything at all. But what you get inside here is, of course, the lid. You get the silicone tray across the top like that, and that has got all of your little compartments in to pour leftover wax if you want to use it. It'll make your little wax melts. So you've got that as well. And then you've got the full tray in the bottom with the scoop. Now this is where all of your wax pellets go. So you empty this bag into this box, and there you go. You're on your way for your candle creations or whatever you want to use it for. But that comes with the bundle, because that bundle is shop mould. So you get your mould tray and you also get your wax all together for £17.99. The wax on its own I think is about £14.99. So you're getting a really good deal there. So along with the wax, once you've got that in your basket, you're then going to want to shop for the moulds that we've got today. Now, we have got a wonderful set of moulds on today's show. Now, we're going to start with today for you the stocking and the snowman. So this here, so is it the stocking? Yeah, the stocking and the baby snowman. So these are your little frosty friends. Now you've got the little stocking there with all of the presents stacked on, and what I'm going to be doing is painting some of these as well during the show today, because it's all about candle creations and Christmas candle painting. So you've got your stocking there. You also have your baby snowman. Isn't he cute, little snow baby? So you've got your snowman there. These are all wicked as well with the wick accessory kits. You've got everything that you need to be able to make these. And of course, these are the molds themselves. Really easy release. You just curl them back, unfold, and they literally pop out. Super simple. You can use these for resin, not just candles. You can also use them for your resin cast. It's entirely up to you. You can make Christmas ornaments that hang from the tree. It doesn't have to be from wick. They could be actual baubles if you want them to be, but you've got the options to do that. Now you're going to get both of those as a bundle, so you're getting the baby snowman and stocking together. That is £24.99 for both moulds, okay? Remember, you're getting these all in pairs. The second set I'm going to share with you is both baubles. You're going to get the bauble and the bell bauble, okay? And you can see on the front of them, they say Merry Christmas. Now you could paint that text, you could fill that part with different coloured wax, you could do lots of different aspects with this one. And you can see with this here, you've got both moulds and you've got the bell and the bauble. Now these are £24.99. £24.99 for this one. It's shop bell. Both of these are fabulous, and they're really good size moulds as well. When they're actually filled with wax, you can feel how weighty and the different sizes of these are. They're not teeny tiny little ones, you know, that you're not going to notice. These are big statement pieces to have not only on your dining tables, for Christmas gifts. Maybe these are what you're going to be adding all your different colours or micas to as well. You've got the options to do all of that. That's shop bell at £24.99. The third and final set of the new moulds as well for you is your wonderful little reindeer. So you've got your Christmas reindeer. Isn't he absolutely gorgeous? And then you also have your Christmas snowman. He is absolutely wonderful. So that is your Christmas snowman. And your snowman mold, he is actually my favourite one out of all of them. I love that. I love him. I think he's so great. You can see all the detailing as well. Almost got like his little knit jumper on. Look at him here as well. How cute is he? He's absolutely fabulous. So painted or unpainted, they just look gorgeous. I mean, as Amanda says, she likes them just as they are, but we're going to show you some different effects with painting them because you've got all that to look forward to. Now, the reindeer and the snowman are going to come to you together as a pair. They're £24.99. They're so fun, they're so exciting, and moulds are something you only ever buy once. You only ever need to buy them once. You don't need to buy them again. Sorry? Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? The little reindeer, look at him. Imagine filling it with chocolate instead of wax. You could do chocolate reindeers. It does look like, yeah, with a little bell around the collars. I think it is, yes. Other chocolates are available. Other reindeers are available. Well, it depends. They might be busy. But then you can see all of this detail captured inside this mould. I think is super cute. As Amanda says, though, he really needs a red nose, I think, doesn't he? He needs a little Rudolph nose. The snowman together. Now, you could build your own Christmas scene. Start to put them all together. Maybe you can have baby snowman with daddy snowman together. And then you've got the stocking boot. This is wonderful. Look at all the toys and presents and the bow stacked on top. It is gorgeous. Now, what you could also do, because these are smooth outer edge, you could rice paper the stocking. So you could get rice paper from that vintage collection we had on yesterday, tear it, and use a heat gun and melt them all onto it. That, oh my goodness, I wish I'd got that. That sounds so good. And you could do that with all of these. They would look so good. Now, I just want to share with you that the snowman and the reindeer, these two here together, this little duo, they are now 30% in allocation. They're absolutely flying, those are. Now, as I mentioned, they're my favourite ones. The ones I'm going to demo with first, I've got one that I've literally just demolded before the show, so I can pour it again for you to show how quick and easy it is. It's so easy to do, you're going to love it. But even at just a singular coat of paint, and I'm going to go on with a few different layers to give some accents to this one, you're going to absolutely love this. I think they're fabulous. Now, as well for you, the bell mould that comes with the big bauble. See a big Christmas bauble with the bell on top and the bell bauble.
It's a pudding.
Well, sorry, I keep calling it a bauble. It is a pudding, but I keep calling it a bauble. Pudding bauble. Ooh. Did I just make a new word?
Yeah.
Pudding bauble. The pudding bauble, the pudding bauble, or the pudding and the bell bauble, together, both of these are also really busy. 10% of those is also in allocation. So please do not forget to check out with these ones. Shop Bell, $24.99. We did have our Christmas molds. They always just fly. Everyone is a sucker for a mold. I love them. I think they're great. You get that resemblance. You get that replica of the interior of that mold every single time you craft with it. And for me, that's what's the most joyous part of the experience. If you want to create your fabulous little Christmas characters out there on your mantelpiece, your dinner tables, or in the middle of a wonderful globe, even if you didn't want to light it, you could just have it as a decorative candle that comes out every year. Oh, I've just had an idea. Imagine if, okay, I'm going to think of a way to do this. You were to see LED lights and you did the resin and you did all the different snowmen on different bulbs of the lights, and every snowman lit up as a little chain of Christmas lights. I think I need to try that. I would love to do that. Well, that there for you, the one I was just showing, you've got all the different ones. Shop stocking as well is really busy. You've got your stocking and the little baby snowman. Okay, I'm going to share with you though some of these dies that we've got before we go on and have a look at these in action. The dies are going to be great for Christmas. Now, starting at the top of the tier here in our top section, you've got your 2 levels, and this is Shop Warm for you, okay? Now, this is £18.99 Shop Warm. These are your 16 candle colours. Inside here, you've got all of your yellows, you've got your warm amber tones, your oranges, pinks, your fiery purples and reds. That collection there for you all comes as what's happening? One complete kit. Wow. Oh my word.
Can somebody plug you in?
I need replugging in, don't I? I'm fully charged. My goodness. Shop Warm for that one. I'm going to attempt to tell you that the next one for you is Shop Cool. Okay, and this one is $18.99, 16 colours as well in here. Now this is going to be perfect for Christmas. Maybe you're going to make the icy blue tones with the snowman. It's going to look great, and they mix really well with all of the wax. You get great colorization with those. So that there for you is your candle colours, okay? Mixing with your soy wax to give that simplicity, that perfection, and even blend of pigmentation. Now also, part of the craft, something fundamental, is getting the wax from this to this, okay? And the thing that you need to do that is this. And this here is the Shop Melt. This is the melting kit. Now, this is not just for using with molds, it's also for using in your glass jars because it comes with wick stickers and wicks, all of that sort of stuff, okay? Now, to start off within the kit, you have got the melting pot itself. It's got that wonderful non-stick interior inside there. So you've got your non-stick metal linings. Always make sure to use the rubber spatula or a wooden utensil in here. Never use metal inside there because you don't want to scratch the non-stick. Now it's got a 2 heat mode setting on here. You got your 1 and 2. For number 1, to use the number 1, you just want to have it on heat setting for the soy wax. You don't ever need to use the second setting. Okay, I'm not going to say number. Honestly.
You know, your blooper reels are going to be amazing this year.
You don't need to use numero dos for the setting, okay? Just number 1 for the soy wax. If you're using any of the waxes in here or particular type of soaps that may use or utilize a higher temperature setting, you can put them on setting 2. But number 1 is what I'll be using today. Don't ask why we're laughing, it's just us being children. You're also going to get the power cord, so it's UK only, it's mains voltage, okay, it's not a low voltage one. So always supervise when in action. You're working with temperatures of up to 100 degrees inside this pot, so make sure that you're supervising at all times. and it's for adult use only. You've also got all of the wicks inside here. Now, these are pre-waxed wicks, okay? So all of these are rigid. They're going to stand proud inside a little glass jar or a vessel, anything like that. And you get all of the sticky pads to go with them, which means they will stick to the base of the glass jars that you're crafting. Now, with these wicks, you've got a great nifty little tool inside here as well, and this is your wick placer, okay? Not a wig place, sounds like a wick placer.
Is that what you...
Helps reposition the quiff, the wig placer. So what we do is we get our wick. Amanda's froze. You get the wick, and the thread of the wick you feed down the inner tube like that, and then you'll put your sticky pad on here, and then you take it to the candle jar, and it means you can press down like this, probably press down, and it will stick to the base of the glass. Now, the difference from using this and not is that when you've got a sticky pad on here and you're trying to get down to a narrow glass jar, it's just going to go like that, and you can't stick it down properly. It's going to move. And even if you did get it like that, when you add pressure, it's not going to add any at all. The wick placer does all of that for you. You literally can force that down and get a good contact. It's a fabulous tool. I love that piece of equipment. All the wicks, the wick placer, digital thermometer, test the temperature of your wax, and of course the sticky pads, spatula, the whole kit included, and of course your centralizer sticks for all of your wicks as well. The lot altogether, I was going to say $69.99. It's $59.99. That's brilliant, okay? Please don't forget to check that one out. That's at a great price, that is. For all of those bits in there, the whole kit, great. Let's have a little look. So Pat as well has got in touch. Good morning to you, Pat. Hi, David. Stephanie said when she was demonstrating that there is a download for candle use to put your candles. I have looked, but I can't find it. Can you help, please? It's a download. When she was demonstrating, there was a download for candle use to put your candles. I'm not quite sure what that download is, I'm afraid, Pat. We will look into it for you. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that sorted in the comment section. If not, I will chase that as soon as this show is finished. But anyone that's on comments, if you're right to have a little look at that one for me, I'll be able to get that one answered for you, Pat, okay? And I will double check with Stephanie which one she was referring to. Charlene says, David, could you use the candle dies for resin cast? Well, the dyes inside here, there's no reason why you couldn't use them, okay? They're still a pigment. They're designed for candles because they will work fine with heat and they will mix with the wax, so it's something safe to burn, okay? But there's nothing that I would suggest would stop you from adding it to the resin cast. I think it would give you great colour, and of course it would look great. But remember, you're adding these specifically to wax because they're safe to burn. But anything else, I don't see why you couldn't use it in there. Give it a go. I'm sure it would look great. But thank you for your question and comment there, Charlene. Mel says, question, are you going to be doing Christmas scents? Great one. Well, we've got 2 packs of scents on here. We may be doing Christmas scents. All to come, though, I'm afraid. Can't share too many secrets and details. But I will definitely, if not, put that forward because I would love to have some scents of spice, apple, and then maybe some pine needles, cinnamon, Amanda says. Maybe something sweet as well would be good in there. Oh, candy apple, sugared almonds, snow. I don't know what snow smells like, Amanda. Fresh snow. So we may have some scents coming there. That's a great question for us. Thank you for getting involved, everybody. Oh, Marina Bauer says it's safety instructions, and I checked yesterday, and it had still to be installed on the system. Okay, I will chase that straight out as soon as this show finishes, sorry, and have a look at that for you. So we had a look at our melting pot. Now, as well for you, those collections of moulds are really, really busy. Please don't forget to check those out. They're absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to share with you now the candle paints, okay? The reason why I've jumped on over to these is because these candle paints, look at the price on your screen. We've brought them down even further. This is the lowest price we have ever shared these candle paints for you here on a show. We've brought them right down for you. These should be $21.96 a set, but they're down to $14.99. Now that $14.99 price is for each and every single one of these bundles, and also as well, you're going to get your club discount on top of those prices, so it's going to come down even further at checkout. Now, these are from that fabulous brand Cadence, which formulate and develop paints and mediums for a whole host of services. But this is specifically for candles and soaps. Now, the reason why it's designed for candles is that it's safe to burn. It's still water-based and wax-based, but it's a metallic paint, which is very unique for a metallic to be able to be burnable, but it's completely safe and non-toxic. Now, the top set here is your Christmas set. It's shop vintage for this one. It's $14.99, silver, red, green, and gold. the perfect colours to use for Christmas, of course. Aren't they just stunning? That Christmas red and that Christmas green together just look beautiful. And you could do any one of those characters in any one of these colours. That one Shop Vintage at $14.99. It goes such a long way. It really, really does. And you can see like the red there, painted on one of our swirl trees. Doesn't that just look beautiful? So the next set for you is Shop Serenity. Now, Shop Serenity has all of the different colours inside here for not just springtime, but for Christmas as well. You could do a contemporary Christmas because these, like your aquas for your snowflakes and all of that sort of stuff, are going to look great. $14.99 for these ones, Shop Serenity. The third one for you in the set is Shop Heritage. You've got inside here that wonderful anthracite. You've got your dark orchid inside there as well. You've got fuchsia, and you've got a wonderful rich gold as well. $14.99 for that full set. And the fourth one for you is then Shop Timeless. You've got your petroleum, your cyclamen, your aqua, and then you've got your amethyst, another radiating set of colours at just $14.99. And finally, your fifth bundle down at the front just there is then Shop Heirloom. Now, Shop Heirloom, again, down to $14.99. This is your like super opulent collection. You've got your black, green, gold, and blue inside here for you. 5 different bundles, each consisting of 4 paints for you for $14.99. That's honestly ridiculous, okay? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at our wicks, because for those of you at home, you might be wanting to add your wicks to your candles. I'm going to show you how you can add these wicks and threaded wicks to your made candles. Now, inside here, you're going to be getting 15 different wicks and the sticky pads for them. Really easy to work with. All you do is take your wick, take the sticky pad, pop it down into the base of the candle, and these are much taller, so for bigger candle jars, or maybe you're going to use multiple sized wicks as well inside here. You're going to do it for your much bigger projects, okay? These are like your statement candle pieces, like your big wow ones. 15 pieces in total. It's just $4.99 for that. That is a great price for those. Also, we have this nifty little tool on the show. If you've not seen or had these in your holdings or your stash, now is the time to get them. Now, this is Shop Holder, the £4.99. You've got the singular long, narrow one, which they're fully wipeable and they're not consumable, so you can always wash the wax off of these and keep them for everyday use. You've then also got a quad one, so you've got your forearm, and then you've got your trio, like your triangular one. Okay, so in this one, you've got your multi-wicks in 3, you've got your multi-wicks in 4, or your general centralization, or you've got a multi-length, or of course for a broader candle or a bigger circumference, you can set it in the center. They are great. They're made here in-house at Highlight Crafts. You know you've got quality there, and they're made from a thicker, heavy-duty mylar, which of course is a win-win every single time. Should we go on over and have a quick look at some of this in action? Would you like to? Okay, let's do it. All right. I've got 4 trolleys. I bought my trolleys through with me from next door because I just finished that lovely show with Lily. And then little did I know, all of the bits and bobs are in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the melt pot over. Now the melt pot at the moment has got wax inside it, but it's ever so slightly started to go cool, okay? So all I'm going to do is remelt that through. This looks much fuller than it was this morning. Is there some more gone into here, Amanda? Right, okay, so with our melting kit, I'm going to share with you this fabulous pot, okay? Now, I keep everything inside here. Now, the needle as well. We do have the wick accessory kit online if you want to go for that one. You'll find that at checkout. It's a brilliant product. And this here is that tray. Now, what I've been doing during our shows is filling this up with any excess wax that is left over, because you can then pop these into here, even if they're coloured or not, you can then use them inside. So actually, I might pop a blue one in there and it'll tint the wax ever so slightly, a shade of blue. Now, this wax inside here, this is all the soy wax, and of course, all the packet is being emptied into our tray. I've then got this stirrer. Now, if you have a little look over the top of here, you can start to see the blue all of a sudden coming out from those wax cubes. Now, again, if you've gone for those colours and you start to mix them, you can see how they easily pigment your waxes. Now, keep check of your temperature parameters as well that you're working with inside here. Now, when you're pouring into moulds, you don't really want to be pouring at anything over like 70 degrees. That's really, really hot. And this could go up to 100. So I'm just going to double check my temperatures in here. And we're currently at, let's have a little look. It's very cool in this room today. So I'm at 36, 41. So it's going up relatively quickly now. So I'm now at 55. So I'm going to give it a few gentle stirs. I'm also going to turn it off, okay? And I'm just going to mix that through. So now that blue is starting to colorise all of that wax. Remember as well, going for shop mould is a great way not only to stock up on wax, but it's also a brilliant way if you're wanting to actually get the tray included, which gives you that fabulous little kit with all of the bits. You can see that there. It's almost melted down now. It's teeny tiny. Look at that. So that's going to colour the whole thing for us. So it's a great way to get more out of your wax and your dyes. Now, whilst that's just melting down, I'm just going to take the power cord out of it for now because we don't need it plugged in. So remove the power cord, switch yours off at the wall when you're doing this as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our mould. So I'm going to use my snowman mould for this one. And I'm also going to grab a cup. Now, I like to do this method because it means that if I was to knock it, the mould isn't going to fall over. Okay, it's going to stay inside the cup. And what I'm going to do is just grab some threaded wick. Here we are, I've got some just here. And I'm going to show you how you can thread up your moulds. Okay, now you can do this with the pre-waxed wicks as well. But this one that I'm going to work with, I think I've got some here actually. So you can use your pre-waxed wicks if you want to. And they'll thread through, leaving you with the metal base at the bottom. And I'm just going to find my needle, okay, which I've popped just here. So you can pop these in like this. I'm going to pop it through the eye of the needle. Just going to quickly melt that down just a little bit, just to flatten that towards the end. And it'll fit through the needle for us. Well, it should do. This one might be a little bit chunky actually. Yeah, I might struggle with that. Let's have another go. I'm just going to quickly pop it in there and just smooth that down. So what I'm basically doing is threading it through there. There we go. Look, so it's threaded it through the needle for us. And then we take our long needle. Again, you can find these on the website. Pierce it through the top area of the mould, okay? And if you've already pierced it, it will find that original hole. So you pierce it through like this, okay? You thread it through, you remove the needle like that, okay? And you pull it back, all right? And you want to pull this down until you get to the right place. Now, there's a few things that you can do with this process. If you use your stick with all of the holes in, even better. So what you then want to do is put that through there like this. In fact, no, you don't, because then you won't ever get it back out. That won't. I thought, oh, that's a right good idea. But no, you just use this to stabilise your wick, and that would go down. Alternatively, other than these waxed wicks, which is a tongue twister, you can then thread it directly like this, okay, through there. And this wick comes with the needles on the website, okay? So feed that through, and then any excess you loop over the mould like that. And there you go. That's your candle set up and ready to craft. So what I'm going to do is sit that inside this pot, so it's not going to topple over in case I knock it. Amanda's got a question.
There's questions coming in.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
Anila,
Hi,
can
Anila.
I use candle dye in the same candle and then paint on top with the candle paints with no issue of using the candle? Can it be burned?
Absolutely, it can. 100%. So the question, if you didn't quite hear that from Amanda, Anila has asked, can I use the candle dyes in the wax and then use the Cadence candle paints on top of that candle and it still be burnt safely? Absolutely, you can do. You can pigment your candles with the dyes, and then once they're demolded, you can then, of course, actually paint them. Another question coming through?
The lovely Sharon is
Hi,
asking,
Sharon.
is there a way of reusing the candle wax flavours, please? Sorry, it may be a stupid question. It's not a stupid question. And do you mean scents?
Ah, right, okay. So the question from Sharon as well, good morning to you, Sharon, is can you use the scents or the flavours for something else? I'm assuming you mean in the candle scents we've got out. It depends on what process you want to use them for. A lot of them are adaptable not only for candles, but for things like reed diffuser oil sets, or of course, you know, like your humidifiers, those sort of things. But you always want to make sure and double check that whatever oil it is you're particularly working with or fragrance is safe for you and that process. Just always do your research.
And can you reuse the candle wax?
Yes, you can reuse the candle wax. We've also been asked, can you reuse candle wax? Yes, if you wanted to. You could pop him, I'm not going to because then I'll feel really sad. You could pop him straight in there and remelt him back down, and he would go into a puddle again, and you could remelt it into something else. So if you'd made a mould, or maybe you've made them all for Christmas, they've been out on display, and you thought, actually, I want to get ready for spring and summer, or a different theme altogether, melt them all back down again, just fish out the wicks, and then, of course, you can get crafting.
Sorry, David.
No, go on.
Barbara B.
Barbara B.
Could you just send your question again, my love? Because I've not seen it on my screen.
Oh.
So if you send it again, or can David have a look on the iPad for it, please?
So Barbara B, good morning to you. Says my question is my question coming through? Let's have a look. Barbara says, I think that the wick insert should be put with the wick all separate, as once you have the kit, you don't want to buy again, and when I bought it, it didn't come with that inserter. Oh, right, if you've bought that wax melt in pot bundle as it is, it should have that wick inserter tool inside there.
I don't think it came right at the very beginning when we first started.
Oh, right, it might have been a separate bundle. Okay, I'll speak to the team about potentially getting that little tool on its own individually for you, okay? But thank you for your question. I will make sure to feed that back to the team, all right? But yeah, please, anything like that, just ask. So what I'm going to do now is pour that wax into our snowman mould, and it's going to be a wonderful icy blue colour. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? I love this wax, it's amazing. And I think because we've got some left in there, I could also, let's have a look, who else am I going to make? Should we make mini snowman as well? So I'm going to pop that cup there with that mould in, and I want to use up this wax. So then I'm going to grab, I think I might just have enough there. So I'm going to pop this wick just through here like that, and then pop that through the tip-top cross section. There we go. Pull that back through, and then we've got our little snowman mould. So then let's put our wick. I'm going to pop him again inside a cup so it's easier. So here the wick candle mould is just inside there, and in fact actually he might be able to stand up on his own because he's a bit smaller. I think we can be okay with him. And then what I'm going to do is put the wick over the top like that. If your wick's never sticking, you can just I'll put a little bit of wax on there and just stick that to it. As that dries, it'll just hold it in place like that. Okay, so little tips for you there. And then I'm going to fill this up again with wax like that. Because you've pierced a hole in the base of the mould, if you ever saw a little bit pooling out from the bottom, which is very rare but can happen in some cases, it will dry on instant contact with the air. Okay, so that little mould there for us, I'm then just going to sit it to one side. Always make sure that your candle moulds are stationary, and you're going to leave them to set where you've poured them so you're not carrying them around. Of course, here on our desk in our little craft studio, you might want to, we do things a little bit differently sometimes. So what I'm going to do now is show you the painting process. Now when you've demoulded it, that's exactly the snowman we've just worked with. So I demoulded him just before the show. So we snip the wick off from the base like that. And then this little bit, they didn't do a little scream there. And this one wants trimming down, but I'm going to leave it a little bit longer while I paint it because it's easier to hold onto the wick whilst you're crafting with it, okay? Amanda's just looked at me in pure terror as I spun him round there to show that the wicks are really solid inside it.
Yeah, just you be steady with him.
Sorry, Mr. Snowman. Right, okay, colours of candle paint, okay? So if I go in with a shade of silver, I'm also going to grab the one that is painted and show you how we can then go over that with maybe some blue or different tones. Now, what I'm going to do with this is pop some of the candle paint here out onto my mat. I'm also going to grab my nifty drying tool. The Candle Dryer 3000 is just here, as you can see. I've got all plugged in, ready to go. Right, now we want to use it with no heat, okay, because we don't want to melt our candles. Now, the candle paint was formulated to dry with a cool air contact, so it dries nice and quickly for us. So I'm going to grab one of my paintbrushes, a trusty paintbrush, nothing special required, but you want a soft brush. That one's not the best. So I'm going to use this one instead. That'll do a better job for us. It's a nice, soft, clean brush, okay, when you're going with your candle paints. Now, I'm going to use just a gentle dry brushing motion to start with. We're going to do base coat, all right? Now, base coat is important because if you were to stipple on with a sponge, the paint's going to go on quite heavy, which is fine, but doing a base coat with it like this means that you're giving a key for all of that paint to then adhere to the next layer. So this will grip to the candle wax, but I'm applying it quite sheer, so quite thin. Okay, so again, use that wick to grip onto him, hold on like that, all the way around, and you don't want any lumps or bumps of paint building up. And I'm going to do the front side of him first, and then I'll do, I'm not going to do, what are you chuckling at, Amanda?
I feel sorry, my brain feels a bit ill.
It feels a bit ill? Right, okay, what we're going to do now is give that a blast, okay? So we're going to do his front side first, then we'll do his back afterwards. And then all the way around there. And this is on a cool setting, so I'm not using heat for it because we don't want to melt the candle.
Nope.
But this is going to dry nice and quickly for us because it's such a thin layer. Now this candle paint already on that first coat, look at how shiny he is. How cute is that? Remember, these will go into all of your pre-made candles you've already shop bought, and they will go into your homemade candles. So if you're buying candles from the superstores and everywhere else, you can still decorate them. So then we're going to go in with our second coat. Now we could go in second coat with any colour, but I use silver as a great base. But as soon as you start to apply that second coat, you're going to get thicker, fuller coverage. Look at that.
Oh.
Look how beautiful his arm looks. How sparkly and shiny that is. So all the way around onto all of his knitwear. And then if you wanted to, you could start to bring in other colours after this second layer to pick out different accents. And you can mix all of these colours together. Make your own shades if you want to. Let's go around onto his arm, around here. And I'm going to show you from his front to the back the difference that this paint actually makes. So again, wishy-washy, flip-flap with the brush, like this, flip-flop back and forth. Make sure no lumps or bumps of paint are being built up. And that's what gives you like a sprayed airbrush finish with this paint. So lovely technique to be able to apply it with. Now before I go any further, again we're going to give him another blast with the hairdryer. Okay, a cool setting again. Because none of that paint's built up in any areas, it's lovely and smooth. How cute is that? It just looks gorgeous. And also this gives your paint a harder wearing finish. If you do a thick singular coat, you've got more chance of gently scuffing it, whereas with this, you're building up the layers one at a time, so it gives you a nicer finish. But look how gorgeous that looks.
Cute smiley face.
So cute. I love this effect. And also because it's got that knitwear underneath as well, it gives it a lovely texture on top.
His mum's made him a jumper.
His mum's made him a jumper. His snow mum. There we go. So this isn't melting it, it's drying the paint, it's not warming up the candle at all. Just giving it a gentle blast. And you can see the back there, the difference. Oh. Amanda's just checking. So this is on basically a no heat setting, but it's like, it's not cold and it's not hot. It's just like a draft, okay? There we are. Again, I'm going to go over with the last coat around his bobble hat. Around here, I want to do his bobble. Just up there. And infill any areas we may have previously missed, okay?
These.
Aren't they so cute? And these are for all of your giftables. I mean, imagine every Christmas gift this year being one of these. They would look wonderful. Now, you can do your candles on a hoop. So you could do double wicks inside here so they will hang on the Christmas tree. Go on, Amanda.
Can we make and sell?
Make and sell, absolutely. Make and sell to your heart's content. I love, absolutely love, love, love.
These will fly, won't they?
Oh my goodness, imagine all of that. It would look absolutely brilliant. It really, really would. But yeah, we have the ability to paint, decorate, gift, all of that with these candles. They are honestly so cute. Now, I'm just going to share with you as well that the reindeer bundle, which the snowman comes in, is now at 75% in allocation, okay? It's absolutely flying, is our little snowman and reindeer friend. Also as well for you, the bell, which comes with the pudding and the bell. That one is also at now 25%. And we also have the stocking at 20%. Now, what I'm going to do is grab one of his friends over from the collections, because look how sweet that is. Honestly.
He's just beautiful, isn't he?
He's wonderful. And then you can burn it after you've painted it. I'm just going to run and grab another one.
Do you want me to get him?
That's okay, I'll go. You have a little look at our Schneeman. So, I'm going to grab some more moulds. Okay, I'm going to grab our reindeer. I'm going to grab our stocking.
Oh, I love him.
And he's just beautiful. Now, I really want to show you as well the difference from the back, where it is just pure wax, to the difference on the front. And you can see the shine, the sparkle, the shimmer, all of that really just coming through. Now this one here, the lovely Stephanie, I believe, painted during one of her shows, and she used a few different colours on there, which gave me a wonderful mix. And if I was to go in with a little hint of this like aqua colour over the top, shall we see what we get? Or we could use the, I'm going to go with this one, okay? Oh, new bottle alert, which means we get our nifty tool back out. So we're going to pop that in here. and remove the silver cap. Honestly, if you got one of these during the show that they launched, they are my best friend. They are so good. Right, take a little bit of that one out. I'm going to use the same brush, pick up a bit of silver and a little bit of the blue and start to mix those. And if we just go over the top, just really gently, it's just going to add an icy touch, okay? Just a gentle accent. Now we can also do this with the one that we've just painted, but I'm going to let it dry first. A little bit of blue all over the top. Again, use that brush in all those different angles and it's just going to give a wonderful hint of that frosty tone over the top. And I think frosty is the right word to use, I guess, with this guy. Because honestly...
Question.
Oh, got a question?
This is for me. Well, Annette is asking, does the candle paint dry naturally as well? You don't have to dry it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Annette has just asked, does the candle paint dry naturally and you don't have to heat or blow set it? Absolutely it does. If you were to add a layer of paint, it will take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to dry at room temperature. Just the gentle draft from the hairdryer did give us a little bit of a speed up, should I say. It gives it a little bit more of a kickstart to the drying. But no, you can just leave it naturally.
And then, you know, if you wanted to paint these all separately, David, like you wanted to do his bobble white, his hat red...
Oh yeah.
Do you still do the same technique where you put a couple of layers on?
I would suggest still doing the same technique. So if we want to change his hat now to red, what I'm going to do is give him a quick blast, okay? And this is, oh, I've turned it up to heat then. We almost had a little snow puddle. So we want to make sure it's nice and cool, okay, as we're drying. But yeah, let's do that, shall we? Should we paint his hat a different colour? So I've got his bobble here, and because I've used my fingers there, I've not really painted the bobble. In fact, where's our other one that we did? Oh, he's just there, look. He might be pretty much dry now for us. So let's get our red, and this red is beautiful. It's so lovely. Then we'll pop a little bit of red just out here, only a small amount, and we're going to go in with a brush. So yeah, having that base layer of the silver, because all of these metallics have silver and gold running through them, so they will go directly onto the top perfectly. So I'm going to go around the edge like this. And you can see how that colour's laying on top of the silver really well. Look at that. So I'm going to go all the way around and paint him, just like this.
You can see the silver on the brush.
You can. Look at that silver on that brush. As I go in there, can you see it? It all comes to the surface. And I just absolutely love the finish that these provide. It is honestly, and see how little I'm using? It goes hardly. Honestly, you feel like you're using none of it. It's amazing.
David, I want to do this now.
This is like when you're getting ready for Christmas. I mean, the kids could paint these and you can make them. So you've done the bit that involves the heat and all of that stuff. And then the grandkids can come round and go, oh, we're going to make some Christmas candles. And this is just pure therapy for me. I love, love, love doing this.
Therapy watching.
It's just so peaceful. And I'm just putting it together just with a few simple brush strokes. Just on the top, going to go right up to a little bubble, just there. And I'm sorry, I know I'm holding it ever so close to me. I probably do need my eyes testing, actually. But I think it gives you a lovely fine line. And look at him there.
Oh, David, look at him.
So he's got his lovely little bobble hat. How sweet is that? And then we could also do his scarf. I mean, we could do his scarf as well. But what I'm going to do with the scarf, I'm going to lay the colour on top. So I'm not going to go down the edges. So I'm going to put the colour on top of the mould.
Oh, it's posh. She's got two-tone scarf, hasn't she?
Two-tone scarf, that's right, Amanda. So then I'm going to bring up a bit more colour and just go into that edge like that. Oh, this is just turning out so special. Look at that.
Oh, David, he's lovely.
So then let's do his other little bit of scarf.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
Oh, he really, really is. Oh, I could sit here all day and paint these. This is so relaxing. I love it, and I just know everybody at home, when they're painting their Christmas candles, is going to feel the exact way I'm feeling right now, and it's just pure enjoyment. Whether you're going to do it in the summer, or of course you're going to get these and save them for the winter months, because you can make as they burn.
Oh, he's adorable.
How cute is that? Now what I'm going to do is just add a little flash of colour of red over this section here, and bring that up around the edge like that. Have they all allocated? Oh, this. So our reindeer and snowman, I'm afraid, has fully allocated, but isn't he just gorgeous? I think he's just so beautiful. Everybody needs this little chum, this little fellow in their home. But also, we need our little reindeer. I'm just going to do him a little red nose.
Oh, David, that's all he needed.
That's all he needed.
That is literally all he needed.
So the two of them are there together.
Oh,
Look
my
how
days.
And these antlers, I'm actually going to paint those later on, but I'm going to paint them in this colour, and I think they'd look really nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Should we have a look at some of our other
me.
moulds? Because
Yes,
we've still got
please.
Mr. Stocking. Okay.
David, that was brilliant.
So cute. Right, okay, what I'm going to do is use a brush again, but we're going to go on with a base layer of red. So we're going to do our sheer red layer. Look at how it goes on, though. Look at the coverage. For your darker colours, the coverage is it's spectacular.
Oh, I hope these are left.
Oh, and they're $14.99 a kit. I mean, for these colours, it's crazy price. So, what I'm going to do, and the Cadence as well. These are Cadence paints.
I love the fact that we can actually use them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing for me, that we can use them. I love doing the rice paper techniques on them, David.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that you can actually use them is brilliant.
Completely safe to burn after painting. I would suggest as well for you at home, if you're going to paint one and then burn it, just give it 24 hours. Because you should never burn a handmade candle after 48 hours. So just make sure once you've then painted it, you're then going to leave it to sit for a little while. Now with that colour applied around here, I'm then going to give it a quick blast again with the Cool Set hairdryer, because it just looks stunning. And the stocking comes with that little baby snowman, doesn't it?
Do you know Father Chris, look, he's left his shoe behind, David.
Look at that. It's so cool.
Have we got black as well?
We do.
You could put a black rim round the bottom.
You could
as
have
if
black
this is...
boot sole. Oh, I mean, this is just... And then all the different colours, the brass for the trumpets or the bells. We've got the present and the bow in there. This is going to look stunning. I can't wait for this one to be finished. Remember, you can get yours. This here is the stocking and the baby snowman. This one for you is shop stocking. It is $24.99. And if you've gone for the snowman and the reindeer, you kind of need all of them, don't you, really, when you think about it?
Oh, yeah. Can we do this at dinner?
Yeah, I think we need to, don't
Can we just sit and paint candles?
Well, Amanda, I'll tell you what I will be painting on my dinner. Brand new moulds again for tomorrow.
Myself and the lovely Katie and Freya did you those last night, didn't we?
Oh, they're gorgeous. We've got even more to complement this coming up for you tomorrow. But look at this now. I've gone over with a second coat of that red, just on top, to really sort of reinforce that Christmas red.
That's just stunning, isn't it?
There we go. So I'm just cutting in just around there. They're really easy to paint as well. So easy to paint. Oh, I missed a little splash just around there, didn't I?
What else can we use these candle paints for?
Oh, so great question there from Karen. These candle paints can be used on soaps. So if you've got your handmade soaps or shop-bought soaps, Karen, you can use them on there as well. And the way that that works is you would paint directly onto the soap, let it set in the same way, so leave it a couple of hours to dry. And then whenever the recipient or the gift of that soap is using it, the first run under the water, as they're using it, the paint will wash off, that flushes away and leaves just the soap behind because they're water soluble. So they're designed to be burnt and be able to wash off. If you painted this candle like this, and then you decided suddenly you didn't want it, I mean, look at that Christmas boot, I'm obsessed with that. If you didn't want it to be this colour, if I had missed a bit there...
I was just going to say, you put your finger in it.
I've stuck my finger in it. If you were to leave it like this, and then you think, oh, actually, I don't want it red anymore, I want it a different colour, you can rinse it under a warm tap, and don't do a hot tap, you can wash it all away, which means it will go back to how it was, and then you can melt the candle down again if you really wanted to. I'm going to grab some gold, and then what I'm going to do is use the gold, and this is just like crafting, Christmas candle crafting.
Boot. Is it the boot and which
It's
one?
a boot and baby snowman. Boot, baby snowman's here, but you are going to get baby
isn't
snowman with it. Okay, so you get the Christmas boot, and they're starting to dry already, those ones. That's the importance of pouring it below 60 degrees, as they dry much quicker, okay, because the wax is already cooled. So what I'm going to do is I've got these bells here. I'm going to add some gold to the tops of those, like this. So the gold will go on slightly sheer on its first application. And then what we do is then just add a second coat. So I'm just going in. I can hear the Christmas sleigh bells, Amanda. I know it's July the 1st.
Because I still believe.
We all still believe.
So
I think
I can still hear the reindeer
how magical
bells.
is it growing up as a child, Christmas? And
I
it doesn't
know.
have to be non-magical anymore. I mean, I live and breathe Christmas. I know not all of us do. I love it. Some of us love it. Some of us dislike it. Some of us enjoy it. But for me, it's a time of the year where you can have fun, celebrate. You see friends and family. There's lots to look forward to. Everyone dresses their house beautifully. You've got lights, and do you know what I love on the drive home, on after work of an evening or any drive of an
Yes, all
evening,
the
and there's
twinkles.
Christmas houses, and oh, it's just lovely. And being able to see these twinkling on the windowsill, how gorgeous are they going to look? And I think these are the sort of I've got some candles that have been passed down to me from my grandmother, and they're moulded shapes of like Father Christmas, and they're a little bit, they're a bit scuffed here and there. But if you do go over them with a warm hairdryer, it melts the little scuffs back down again, so don't worry about that. But they come out every year, and we don't light them because they're special. I think these are going to be candles like that get passed down, and they get brought out every year. Some of them you might be able to or want to burn, but look at how that gold goes on as a second coat. It gives you great coverage. Just get that first layer down if you're brush stroking, and then of course that second layer will give you that coloration that you really want.
Just the best thing.
Isn't it so cute? And we've got these little trumpets.
What
Well,
about
they look like trumpets or bells. They're obviously a bell because they've got the little
ding-a-ling-ling?
ding-a-ling-a-ling in it. And then, there we go. Oh, Amanda, look at this.
I know, right?
Isn't it so
I really
cute?
hope there's some left.
And then we could do a lovely red bow just here. So we're going to do a red bow on the front just there like this. So let's put our red on the top of it.
It's really easy to paint, isn't it?
Oh, it's so easy, honestly. When you're painting with this candle paint, you can be incredibly detailed as well, and it requires very little previous experience with paint. It really, really does. I'm just going in all into the fine areas
It's
of it.
almost like paint by numbers.
Oh, absolutely. And I wouldn't paint all of it. I just paint sections to pick out the detail. And remember as well, you could pour different coloured waxes into it to create these colorations if you really wanted to get technical. But I love just going over with these candle paints because it makes it more enjoyable.
Oh yeah, you could do the top white and then pour a red, where the boot is, you could have a red candle.
Yeah, you could. How cool would that look? So then we've got our little bow painted red. We've got our booty itself. Our booty. Ooh. We've painted our booty. And then we've also got the gold bells at the back. That, I'm just in awe. I'm absolutely in awe of these candle moulds. Now, all of your brushes, just sit them in water straight afterwards. So just in some water in there. It's water soluble, so even if it dried on your brush, it's going to come off. Everybody, I have thoroughly enjoyed every second of painting these candles. We've got about 2 minutes left.
You kidding?
I know. Honestly, I've honestly soaked up the most. Do you know what, everyone? Thank you, because I've really enjoyed that. It was so nice. And I'm so glad you managed to get your candle moulds. They've been absolutely flying for you there. I'm just going to quickly recap for you that those snowmen and reindeer have fully allocated. If they're in your basket, you really do need to check out. Also, as well, the stocking. So let's go over and have a little look. Just briefly before we finish, the stocking comes with our wonderful little snow friend. He's just here. He or she is just there. And again, you can paint them in any colour you want. 40% of these, 30% of these approaching 40 is already gone. Wow, okay. And they are just stunning. Look how you can paint these and make them just look flawless. Shop Bell as well. Sorry, Shop Stocking is $24.99 for those two. And then Shop Bell is going to get you, oh, we need to paint these at some point. Imagine these gold within the red. Oh, they're going to look stunning. You've got the bell, then you've got the pudding. Oh, 40% of these. Amanda, we're going to have to be quick because we really need to get on the other side of this counter afterwards and put our orders in.
We do.
I know, because we're Christmas crafting. We are going to be Christmas crafting, whether it's the hottest day or the coldest day. Don't forget to get yours. I've had a fabulous hour with you all. Don't forget to check out your baskets, okay? We do have another show coming up right around the corner for you. It's going to be Mel with another hour of Scan and Cut, which is really exciting. You've got lots to look forward to in that hour. But a massive thank you to each and every one of you. These candle moulds have been absolutely flying. It is, of course, our Christmas weekend. We're only in day 2, and you're going to see plenty more of something like this as we go through, not just today, but also the rest of the week. But I will see you later on, and thank you so much, everyone. I've loved every second of it, right? I've got some education to film and some bits to get ready for tomorrow, so I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.